Hi, everybody. David Howell with John Knox Presbyterian Church. I hope you're well. We talk about being a Christian, a person of faith who believes in Jesus Christ for salvation and deliverance. We talk about that there's hope and joy because of our faith. There's the gift of contentment because of our faith. There's a there's a gift of trust and trusting God because we know that in the trials that we go through and in the tribulations, God will be there to deliver us one day. But when we encounter people in the world who don't have faith, a lot of times they want to poke holes in our discussion of what God does and will do for us. They point to the world as a violent, deadly place. They point to the world as a place where so many people go through trials and tribulations. They suffer. They go through real pain and loss. And they say, if you're a Christian, why are you still going through all this if your God is a God of deliverance? But we as Christians don't look at it that way. We don't spend our time trying to make excuses for God or try to discount the naysayers' claims. We see God even in those dark places. We can look back in retrospect and see how God helped us even through those challenging times. If you've been like me, if you've lost ones near and dear to you, whether it be parents or friends or children or anybody in your life, you often, if you're a person of faith, don't know how you're going to make it through that storm, through those difficult days. But then you look back. You look back at the situation as you're dealing with your grief, and you see that God was there. He was there in your prayers. He was there when you didn't have the words to say. He was there by putting people around you and by your side just to hold you up and to pray for you, and most importantly, just to sit and be with you. God delivered you from the storms and the trials. Not a promise we won't go through those difficult times, but a promise that God will get us through those times. And this reminded me of the 124th Psalm. When I read this to you, hear that the psalmist is not saying that if you're a person of the faith, you won't go through trials, but he is saying God will see you through those trials. So hear the 124th Psalm. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, let Israel now say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side when our enemies attacked us, then they would have swallowed us up alive when their anger was kindled against us. Then the flood would have swept us away, the torrent would have gone over us. Then over us would have gone the raging waters. Blessed be the Lord who has not given us as prey to their teeth. We have escaped like a bird from the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. As Christians, as people of faith, let's remember that there are true dangers and tribulations that we're going to go through. And to be a person of faith does not mean that we've escaped experiencing the normal things of life: loss, death, anger, fear, illness, disease. But it does mean that God is there to help us escape from those situations. He'll see us through, He'll see us to the other side, and He'll bring us back to a place of joy one day. We know that our help is in the name of the Lord, the one who made heaven and earth. The creator of all things loves us deeply, and He promises to see us through those difficult days and to bring our feet back on firm ground. So peace be with you, and trust in the Lord who loves you so much.